The Bishop on
Kingdom Radio, Kingdom Radio. We're giving you the best, we're giving you the very best. Kingdom Radio, Kingdom Radio. We're giving you the best, we're giving you the best. See, anywhere you go around the world with it. Sweetie, the fam with it. 94.9 with it. Anywhere around the world. See, anywhere you go around the world with it. Sweetie, the fam with it. 94.9 with it. Yeah. We're giving you the best of good music from our station. 94.9 FM Sweden. We're giving you the best of godly gospel Jesus-ly music. 94.9 FM Sweden. Our programs are Kingdom Gospel Affairs, Grammy Awards, Top 10 artists. We also interview all artists on our station. 94.9 FM Sweden. Kingdom Radio, Kingdom Radio. We're giving you the best, we're giving you the very best. Kingdom Radio, Kingdom Radio. We're giving you the best, we're giving you the best. See, anywhere you go around the world with that. Sweetie, the fam with that. 94.9 with that. Anywhere around the world. See, anywhere you go around the world with that. Sweetie, the fam with that. 94.9 with that. Yeah.
The Bishop on
Kingdom
the
Radio,
mix.
Kingdom Radio, Kingdom Radio, Kingdom Radio, Kingdom Radio, 94.9 FM. Kingdom Radio, Kingdom Radio, Kingdom Radio.
The Bishop on
Ladies and gentlemen, the Kingdom Radio 94.9 FM in collaboration with Stars of Our Generation present to you the Youth Empowerment Kingdom Project with the theme, The Youth is the Future. And this project entails grooming a new generation of seasoned and well-bred professionals, building a generation of honorable leaders for our tomorrow, giving opportunities to youth to fulfill a destiny that could be otherwise disrupted, providing opportunities for legacy building for our future. Please join us to raise the leaders of our tomorrow. For sponsorship and support, contact us on stargeneration2017@gmail.com or Kingdom Radio 94.9 FM @gmail.com. And always tune in to Kingdom Radio 94.9 FM stereo.
94.9 FM Sweden. We're giving you the best. Kingdom Radio.
Kingdom Radio, Kingdom Radio, Kingdom Radio, 94.9 FM. Kingdom Radio, Kingdom Radio.
The cry you will cry when the saints have gone. Cry it now while the saints are still around. The shout you will shout when you heard that the saints have gone. Shout it now while the saints are still around. After rapture, there will be no more mercy. This is the time to ask for God's mercy when the saints are still around. Mercy will not be available when the saints are gone. Grace will not be available when the saints are gone. Mercy and grace will not be available when the saints are gone. Repentance is now while the saints are still around. Repentance is now while the saints are still in the world. This is the time to serve Him in truth and in spirit. Be conscious of eternity. Don't live your life anyhow. Heaven is real, hell is real. Come to Jesus today. seeking when he can be found.
Kingdom Radio.
You can start now. God bless you.
Bless you too, sir. Hello, viewers. This is Barrister Mercy Ukonu, and I welcome you back on the time with Brainbox series on Kingdom Radio 94.9 FM. And I want to use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to Pastor Chris for this opportunity given me, and also to every of our fans out there on the fan page and everyone viewing wherever you're viewing from. I say a very big thank you and appreciate you all. And for those who have been a source of encouragement, that have been following me on my pages, on my social media handles, and for all your beautiful comments, I say a very big thank you. God bless you all. And today, Brain Box series on Kingdom Radio, we're looking at a topic titled "Hard Work Beats Talent." And now we're also going to find out, how does hard work beat talent? Now we need to note that in the game of life, there are hard work and talent are two different categories of things. You might be talented, but at the same time, you're not hardworking enough in order to bring forth the talent into reality. Now you need to note that, are you the type in the game of life that you wait up until you are being pushed before you do what you're supposed to do? Or you're the type that on your own, you carry out the things that are required of you to do? You know, a lot of talent have died. A lot of talent have been buried have been buried without it being coming to actualization, because the owners didn't put enough hard work into bringing the talent into realization. Now you need to note that your talent, having a talent, being talented at something, is just like a fuel. It's just like the icing on the cake. Now it's the fuel to which your hard work will now place on. Now you might have a talent and you're not working hard enough to bring it into bear. You realize that it becomes a problem for you, and you see that that's why it's often been said that hard work always and at every point in time will beat what? Talent. Because the two cannot be compared. One might not be talented enough, but one is very hardworking. And you realize that at the end of it all, the hardworking will always have an edge over the talented one. So that's why today we'll be looking at this topic: hard work beats talent. Because a lot of people have been saturated, a lot of people have settled for less on the fact that I'm talented at this. I have good voice, so I know I can sing. Now you need to note that every champions that have been made, they are not made because they are solely talented. They are made because they put in hard work into whatever thing that they are doing. And that is why they are able to come out with a good result. And that's why they're being celebrated. That's why their name is being heard. Now, who are you actually in the game of life? Who really are you? Are you a push and start? Are you the type that when they stop pushing you, you stop moving? Everything about you stops. Your life stops at the point of where whoever that is pushing you stops pushing you. Now, you're the type that your boss will have to tell you what to do. Are you the type that you're waiting for your mentor to tell you or to motivate you on what to do? Or you are the type that swore your own, you can go all out to achieve what is required for you to achieve, which is putting in the required hard work. That is why a lot of people fail in the game of life, not because they are not talented enough, but because they fail to put the required hard work that is necessary for them to actualize the success that is required of them in that particular field or whatever thing that you set yourself to achieve. Who are you in the game of life? Are you the type that you say to yourself, I will wake up very early in the morning. I will go about what I need to do. I will get to work very early. I will do what is required of me to achieve success. Or are you the type that you lazy all around? You sit right there on your bed. You wake up as at when you deem fit. It's a champions and not made on the bed. champions are made in the field of practice. And in the field of practice, that is what brings them what? Into the actual champions in the field of the actual game. It is not the time that the game is being played that the champions are made, but they are made in the place of what? In the place of hard work. Now, how hard working are you? Or are you going to say to yourself that I'm going to wake up very early in the morning, I'm going to rise up like every other person, I'm going to do what is required of me, I'm going to set the standard, I'm going to beat every other person that is ahead of me in the things that I want to achieve. And for you to do that, it takes resilience, and it takes what? Determination, and it takes what? Effort. That's why I said that effort, which is hard work, always what beats talent. Now that's why I need to look at the instance of the lion and the gazelle. We need to note that when you look at the safari in Africa, the lion wakes up very early in the morning. The same thing that a gazelle also wakes up what? Very early in the morning. And you see the gazelle all the time running from something, because the lion is all the time chasing the gazelle. And up until the time the lion stops chasing the gazelle, you realize that the gazelle stops running, because something was actually what? Chasing it. Now, are you the kind of person in the game of life? You find out that this applies to most individuals, those who have not yet determined their strong sense of why and their purpose for existence. And that's why you see that a lot of people, up until your boss keep on pushing you, you keep on getting the results you need to get. Up until your mentor keep on mentoring you, keep on telling you what to do, you keep on getting the results that you need to get. But at the time they stop doing such, you realize that your life fizzles out. The dream that you want to achieve is nowhere. You see yourself what? Lacking behind, because the force, the driving force, what? Is gone. That is why you need to find an inner sense of why, for you to be able to push yourself into success. No matter how well anybody pushes you, the only person that can push itself to success is you. And that's why they said when you look at the mirror, whose reflection do you see? The reflection you see there is the person actually holding you down to achieve that success. And when you look at the mirror and you see yourself, you realize that for the fact that you've not gotten to where you're supposed to be is because you're still the one holding down yourself with your laziness and with your what? Lackadaisical attitude into work, or to your work ethic, or the thing that you want to achieve towards your dream, your vision, your aspiration. Now, going back into going back to the instance that I gave about the lion and the gazelle. On the part of the lion, what can we bring out from it? We'll find out that the lion is very hardworking. Not because of just the food that it needs to get. That has become a process for the lion. The lion doesn't like it easy. It likes it I go out, I fight for what I want, and I get it. And I get it firsthand. That's why you find that a lion doesn't eat a dead meat. A lion likes it very fresh, because it doesn't want to be the second fiddle. Now, what are you in the game of life? Do you want to be like the lion, or you want to be like the gazelle, that something will always chase you to run until the person stops chasing you? You stop running. And that's the same thing. You find out that the lion has made this a process, and it becomes a habit. A lion can't do without that. All the time you find the lion doing that, always running after its prey, because it needs to fight for what it needs to eat. It needs to stay as a king of the jungle, and at the same time to fend for itself and also other lions within itself. Now, that's the same thing. That's the same attitude, that resilience, that hard work, and develop a process for yourself. What process have you developed for yourself? What attitude? What is your work ethic? What is your attitude towards that thing that you want to achieve? It's quite alarming when you see some people tell you that I've heard that before. I've heard that talk before. Fine, you've heard that talk before, but what have you done about it? Yes, every day they keep on motivating you. They keep on telling you what to do. And you see yourself moving because someone is telling you what to do. Now you need to take a decision. And that decision you need to take within yourself, takes with a bold step. And it's all starts within you. Success doesn't start outside of you. It starts within you. Up until the time you start seeing yourself that I need to work a bit harder. I need to do what I need to do in order to get the result that I need to get. That is why you find that talent cannot succeed without hard work. But hard work can succeed without talent. Hard work can do without talent. There are people who are not talented at certain things, but because they're very hardworking towards it, because they decide to work their self out, wake up very early in the morning, do what they need to do. It takes practice, it takes process, it takes procedure, it takes what a system. You must have a system that you follow every day in order to get the results that you want every day. If you're used to doing the usual, then you get used to what getting the usual results. But if you want something extraordinary, if you want an extraordinary result, then you must do something extraordinary, way above the deposits that you have within you. Each and every one of us, every individual, God has deposited a talent inside of you. God has given you something what for you to achieve. God has given you something to do, but that is not just enough. God has given you that for you what to sharpen it, for you to do something about it, to bring out the result that you want. You see a lot of people succeeding at what they do, and you envy them. Do you ask what is the process? You know, a lot of I envy you. I just want to be like you. Do you know the process? If they tell you the process, will you be able to carry it out? Will you be able to get what the results that you want out of it? That's why you need to know that it is hard work that will bring you to the forefront. It is hard work that will bring you to that limelight. It is hard work that will bring you to that place of glory. It is hard work that will give you an edge over your equal, and not just your talent. Your talent is not just enough. It's not just enough to be talented, but it takes talent and hard work to bring the required result that is necessary out of you, and for you to be who you have said to yourself that this is who I want to be. And that is why you find out that, look at the life of the athletes. These athletes, they don't just come to the field to play the game you watch. You buy tickets, you pay heavily to go see these people play. Now you can't pay you can't use your money to pay for tickets or to buy tickets to go watch nothing. You're going to watch them because they have worked hard, they have practiced, they have developed a system. Everything they come to play, they've already mastered it. They didn't just come out that morning to play a 30-minute game or to play a 1-hour game, and you have spent thousands of naira or whatever your currency is. You have spent a lot of money just to go and watch them because they have worked hard. Now you ask yourself, don't you want to be watched? Don't you want people to buy tickets, to pay to come see you do something you're good at? Don't you want to gather crowd to come see you and to also celebrate you that, wow, you are really a success? You need to get challenged. What challenges you? What are the things that challenges you that makes you to bring out the best in you? You know, people will tell you that talk is very cheap. I'm tired. A lot of motivator. I don't need motivation. I need the money. You need to note that manna doesn't fall from heaven. It said it takes word to build an individual. It takes words to build a mind. Sometimes the money you require just needs someone to say a certain word to you, and you're all fired up to do what you're supposed to do, and you see yourself fighting it all out for you to get the results that you want out of it. The money, there's no way. You can't be walking on the streets of wherever you live and you find money dropping. Money doesn't drop from heaven. Ideas doesn't drop from heaven. You need to sit down and do the thinking. Nobody will do the thinking for you. You need to think. That's why Napoleon Hills wrote a book and he said, think and grow rich. He said, think. Thinking makes you rich. You need to think, and when you think, it brings bear strategies, and you find out, or you start making out, so what are the strategies that I need to put in place for this thing that I've thought out, for these things I've brought out within me, that this is what I want to do, this is what I want to achieve. And what are the strategies that you have in place? And these are the things that will help you to propel you towards daily, every day. You see yourself taking steps into achieving your dreams. You see yourself taking steps into becoming that person that you said to yourself, this is who I want to be, or that person that God has made you to be. There's no way God has given you that talent, but you must utilize that talent. If we all look at everything, the game in the game of life, everything we go through in life, it's all what's embedded what in the scripture, in the holy book. If we look at the parable of the talent, God gave them talent according to what? To their measures. But he did not say bury your talent. He gave them that talent to utilize it. And utilizing that talent means what? Working hard on it, strategizing. What am I going to do? How am I going to double this? What am I going to do in order to bring forth more than what I have in my hands? That is what our Lord Jesus Christ expected what from those he gave those talents. And that's the same thing we need to understand. God has given everyone talent. God has given you and I talent. He has deposited something inside of you, but God did not ask you to go and sleep. God did not ask you just because when you use, fine, you need to understand that what talent will do for you. Talent will announce you. Talent will give you the possibility. Talent will open the channel for you. Talent will make people to get, oh, wow, I think you're good at this. But does it stop at that? No. It's just a leeway, something that will open up a road for you to get noticed. And what is expected of you? For you to sharpen that talent. Have you seen those who are good at playing football? Have you seen anyone who's ever good at playing football and the person just sit back? Well, I know I'm good at playing football. And once it's time for the match, the person goes to play. You realize that talent will fail that footballer because he has not been diligent in sharpening that talent on a daily basis. And how do you sharpen the talent? Working hard on it. These people who you think that they are very talented, they work themselves out to get to where they are today. You are not succeeding because you're not working hard enough. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. You're talented, you have the good voice. It's not enough for you to be the best artist. It's not enough for you to be the best musician. That doesn't make that you're going to win the Oscar award. That doesn't mean that. But if you don't work hard at it, how well do you rehearse? How well do you practice? What time do you input into music? What music lessons have you taken? And these are the things that will show whether you will actually get to the result, whether you actually get to the top or not. And the same thing you find out, whatever thing that you find yourself doing, whatever things you find in your hands, you ask yourself, how diligent am I? How hard working am I towards this thing? What am I doing towards it? Now, when that talent announces you, then hard work now greases it. It is hard work that is like the icing on the cake. It is your hard work that will now push out that talent, that will make you outstanding. That will make you give you an edge over your equal. That will give you an edge over that other person. It is now then the hard work that places you ahead of the other person. Now, that is why we need to note that for you to build on your talents, you need to work hard on it. There is nothing good in life that comes easy, but easy it comes, easy it goes. But when you work hard for it, you realize that it stays. It always stays when you work hard on it. Now, for you to develop that, some people will tell you that, how do I work hard? Sometimes I try to, but I don't see myself doing as much as I need to. First thing you need to develop a very strong sense of why. There must be a very strong sense of why. What is your strong sense of why? Why are you in that thing that you're doing? Why do you really want to be an artist? Why do you really want to be an accountant? Why do you really want to be a lawyer? Why do you really want to be a medical doctor? What is your strong sense of why? It is your strong sense of why that will propel you to work hard on it. When you lack focus, when you lack that strong sense of why, you realize that you might not really get it. You will always miss it. Develop a strong sense of why you're doing a particular thing that you're doing. I don't know what you're doing right now. If you're listening to me and you can hear me wherever you are, wherever you are in the part of the world, ask yourself that, what is my strong sense of why? Why am I doing what I'm doing? If you can't find it, then that place is not really for you. But if you can find it, then that place is really meant for you, and you have not yet achieved the success in that particular field, then you know that you're not working hard enough. Then you need to a little more push You need to do much more than what you're currently doing in order for you to shine out, in order for you to get out the results that you need to get out of that particular thing. Your talent is only a fuel. It's only the fuel that will fuel you to what will fuel whatever thing you need to achieve. That thing that's inside of you, that thing that you're talented with. It's only a fuel. Then your hard work is what will bring it out. It is the hard work that will permanent it. It is your hard work that will make it to stay. You might have the talent and it might wear off because you're not working hard enough in order to get the required results that you need to get out of it. Therefore, you need to note, don't be a push and start. Don't be someone that have to wait for another person to push you. And if you're that type of person, you realize that your success will be minimal. Your success, you don't really see yourself getting there because you're always waiting for someone. You're always waiting for an external factor to push you to get to where you need to get to. Yes, everybody requires to hear a word. Everybody needs to hear something. Everybody needs to, one way or the other, we need motivation. But the question you need to ask yourself, how long are you going to get pushed? How long are you going to wait to get pushed in order for you to get the result, to work yourself out, in order to get out the result you want out of the particular thing that you're doing? Therefore, it pays to really work hard and not just only focusing on your talent. You find that a lot of people say, don't worry about that. I'm very talented at this. I'm very good at this. I was born with this. It runs in my family. It's not just good enough that it runs in your family. It's not just good enough that you're talented at it, but it's quite good enough if you're talented and you're also hard working at it. If you're working hard towards it. Champions are not made in the ring. Champions are not made during the game. Champions are not made during the time that they win the trophy, but champions are made in the place of practice. And in the place of practice takes hard work. It takes resilience. It takes determination. It takes a strong sense of purpose. It takes a strong sense of why. And it takes focus. Focus simply means you follow a particular course until you actualize the success that you desire out of it. No matter how well a tortoise and a hare compete, you find out that the tortoise will always win a hare. The hare is more talented than the tortoise, but what does the tortoise do? It's diligent, always though slow but steady, working hard towards getting that particular line. And you find out that the tortoise will get will get to the crossing line before the hare. But the hare is more talented than the tortoise. So that is how the game of life is. When we watch these animals, we can discover so many things about human beings. We can discover so many things about yourself, and you can apply it to your daily living. You can apply it to your daily life. Look at yourself. If you feel that you're already gotten to where you ought to get to, and you feel that I'm talented enough, so I don't need any other thing, my dear, or wherever you're listening for, that talent will fail you. You will not get to where a hardworking person will get to. So let's all put it together and work hard towards the things that we need to achieve, towards the things that you set, or towards the things that God has placed in your hands. Because in each and every one of us, God has placed something in us. God has deposited something inside of you. Find it, search for it deep within you, and find it out. Then work yourself out towards it. There's nothing that is impossible. Impossibility, they said, impossible says what? Impossible. There's nothing that's impossible for you to do. If you look at ordinary, it is impossible to get to the moon. But there's a lot of people who have gone who have made it who have made it there. If you look at the way the airplane flies, it's quite impossible for that something so huge to fly on Earth. But it's quite possible when it exists, when your mind conceives it, it can be achieved. No matter the things that the mind have not conceived yet are the things that are yet to be achieved. The things that you have not thought about towards your goals, the things you have not thought about towards that thing that you're doing, these are the things that you have not achieved yet. But the ones that you have thought about and you have applied efforts towards it, you realize that you're getting the result that's required out of it. So let's go back to the drawing table. Let's go back to where we have missed it all, and let's go back to the place of hard work. Hard work cannot be eroded. The place of hard work can never be what exchanged what with talent. It can never be exchanged with any other thing. It can never be exchanged with whatever thing you think that you want to exchange it with. Hard work always pays because it is hard work that will keep you up there. It is hard work that will sustain you. It is hard work that will make you someone of relevance, and it is hard work that will place you high above what your mates. And working hard does not mean that you are working hard actually means what you work smart. When you work smart, you work hard. And that's how you would actualize what your success. That's how you get the result that you want to get. You need to get what out of life. Therefore, let's not erode the place of hard work for talent. It can never be traded. The two are not the same thing. So let's find the place of talent and place it there, and let's grease it up with the place of what? Of hard work. That is why the Bible will always tell you that seeth a man that is diligent in his ways. He will stand before who? He will stand before kings and not mere mortals. He will not stand before just mere men. I don't know who you want to stand before. You want to stand before just mere men, or you want to stand before what? Kings. And for you to stand before kings, you know what it takes for you to stand there. It doesn't just take an ordinary man. It doesn't just take an ordinary effort. For you to win the award in whatever sector you find yourself, you must place yourself. Hard work must be part of your schedule. It must be part of your process. It must be a process for you. It must be something that's been part and parcel of you, that you know that this is part of me. This is what I do every day, and you don't find it choky. Because when you find it choky, that's why you see that within time you fall out of it. So let's place hard work right and do what we need to do in order to get the result that we want out of life. Getting success is not difficult. Just like I used to say that success is nobody's birthright. Neither is failure anybody's birthright. But anyone you choose for yourself, that is what sticks to you. And that's why I always say that life is all about the choices that you and I make. What is the choices that you have made about life? Have you chosen to be a failure, or you've chosen what to be a success? Have you chosen to be a lazy person, or you've chosen to be a very hardworking person? Life is all about the choices you make, and God will not come down to make a choice for you. No matter how well you pray, God can only give you a direction on what to do. The ball always lies in your court to do what is necessary, to do what is required of you at every point in time. Life is never a bed of roses. Life will never give you what you want. Life will never give you what you think you deserve. But life will always give you what you demand out of it. If you want a change, you have to make the change yourself. If you want success, you have to demand from life success from itself. That's why you need to note that everything you achieve in life, you attract. That's why you always say the secret to life is the law of what? Attraction. What are the things that you attract to yourself? When you attract laziness to yourself, you become lazy. It's very possible a hardworking person can turn lazy. Try attracting it. You realize that all of a sudden you turn lazy. If you attract hard work to yourself and you input into it, you see yourself working hard towards actualizing success. You see yourself getting much more than way above your equals, and people will come to you to celebrate you. To celebrate a world-class star, it takes much more than what you see. If they tell you that those people rarely rest, they don't have a normal life, they don't have the same life that you think that you're living out there. There is no time they have for frivolous things. You see them at every point in time. They work themselves out towards achieving that thing. They're quite focused. I want to win a medal this year. What are you doing to win that medal if you're an athlete? I want to win an award as an artist, as a gospel minister. What are you doing to win that award? Or do you think it's just enough what you write us? What are the process? What are the things that you're doing towards it? You need to attract it. Work towards it, and you see yourself what actualizing that particular success that you've set to yourself, that this is what I want to achieve. So you say to yourself every day, it is possible. I can do the impossible. I can achieve the impossible. I can get the things that my family have not what achieved before. I can achieve it. The things that my mates, my equals have not achieved, I've not achieved. I used to tell people, you don't have a mate. There's no mate anywhere. You're in a race with yourself, and the only person you owe an apology to outdo is yourself. If you want to be better, you be better outdoing what? Yourself. So you need to note that life will not give you what you want, but life will give you what you decide what to take out of it. And what you decide to take out of it is what is up to you. If it must be, it's up to you. If it must be, it's also up to me. Work hard at what God has placed in your hand, and you see that your tomorrow will be better, and you see yourself as a rising star. Thank you very much.
Kingdom Radio.